Ladies and gentlemen, we have arrived at the seventh presentation of this session. It is with great pleasure that we welcome Saleha Mahmood joining us from the UK. Saleha will be presenting on the topic of behavior change and intervention for decentralized food waste management with Black Soldier by Fly technology. Saleha is from the Department of Chemical and Biological Engineering, the University of Sheffield, England. Saleha, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much, Dr. Ramani. Let's talk about behavior change intervention for decentralized food waste management with Black Soldier Fly BSF technology. Do we feel responsible for the waste we produce? A simple question that we need to think about. Like other developing countries, food waste management is not a new challenge for Pakistan, where more than 50% of the municipal solid waste is organic, with household food waste as a major contributor. It is a deplorable fact that the country, where 40% population is food insecure, around 20 million tons food waste goes to towns annually, resulting in serious environmental and human health losses, and huge waste management costs are involved in it. Waste is valuable and it loses economic potential if it gets mixed. Its management is all about people, and people are not habitual of waste segregation at or near the source, which is the heart of any sustainable solid waste management system and circular economy. And then managing it right there is a decentralized approach. So food waste is yet an underutilized resource because of people's perception. They consider it as having a lower economic value, and it is not considered worth of recycling. I'm sorry, my presentation was stuck.
Yeah, now we can see it. Maybe you can continue in this way. Yeah.
Can you see it?
Yeah, we can see it now.
Okay. Okay. So our linear economic development and aggressive consumption patterns have changed values and behavior that has deprioritized the concept of land waste management in the country. We are now in the 21st century, and I think that we should have realized that alone awareness about the negative effects of food waste management does not work any longer. So the solution is to implement innovative behavior change interventions for encouraging waste segregation at source based on the psychological research, and that must have an attractive economic incentive. In this regard, the application of BSF technology, which is fast emerging, also declared as ecological engineers and crown jewel of the insects, is very promising in the treatment and valorization of varying types of organic waste, and food waste is their favorite dish. The technology is becoming popular because of the non-vector and non-pest nature of the insect, along with high waste reductions, waste sanitization, put biomass productions into valuable products such as protein and fat-rich animal feed, stable soil conditioner that has a market, and reduced global warming potential, with a forecasted market of $4 billion in the next 10 years. The study conducted in Pakistan was the first in which people were directly involved in BSFL operations, and the concept of BSFL-assisted waste bins, the bins having the larvae to treat organic waste, was assessed as a substitute to the concept of conventional waste bins in terms of perceived practicability, their social acceptance, waste treatment, and bioconversion process. So in the first phase, awareness sessions were held with the 20 households about the benefits of BSF technology and a small-scale business model, which was followed by bin trial with the agreed households. Household feedback and encountered operational problems were documented. to develop a user set of instructions that can be used in the second phase, and the reasons for agreement and disagreement were recorded for further improvement. In the second phase, the improved bins were provided to the households along with the bin handling tools to assess the waste treatment and bioconversion performance. And after 15 days, they were transported back to the centralized facility. Results showed that 50% of the households agreed to place and handle bins in their houses, and the main reasons for agreement include viewing this technology as a business opportunity and especially directly selling the larvae to poultry partners in Pakistan, and considering it as a sustainable solution for the food waste management problem. Love for pets and availability of enough space were other reasons. The reasons for disagreement mainly include unwillingness of the households to spare time for this extra work and lack of open spaces, not habitual of waste segregation at source, and some feel uncomfortable for handling the bins in their houses, fear of insects, and not considering solid waste management as their own duty, but the duty of the government. It was also found that the bin treatment resulted in more than 80% waste reduction by weight and volume, and around 13% of the waste was converted into larval biomass, means protein, and 10% was converted as a soil conditioner, which was a stable soil conditioner and can be used as amendment for soil and plant growth. And major proportion was metabolized into energy and larval activity. It was found that waste moisture content significantly affected waste dry matter reductions, and that was almost 70%. Based on the results, I would like to say that yes, BSF technology has a huge potential for social acceptance, and extended operational assistance along with the prolonged training sessions can bring in further improvement. It was people's positive attitude that led the successful implementation of the technology at source, at household level, with significant waste reductions and bioconvergence. And the feedback recorded by the household, set of instructions, and all the points of agreement and disagreement could act as a starting point for replicating the technology and could bridge a gap between industry, government, and academia for future interventions. It was also found that application of this technology at household level can bring in 70% waste management cost saving. So it's definitely a promising incentive to source segregation, increasing recovery and economic value of the waste components, and a milestone towards achieving zero waste goal by putting back an important resource in the food chain. At the end, I would like to conclude with the Gunjar Pauli's, father of blue economy's remarks. When we are inspired from nature, we can find unbelievable solutions that we could never have imagined before for the sustainability of the mother earth. And sustainability is to bring into use what we have and generate value out of it. So we have BSF technology and abundant amount of waste. Decentralized waste management is the future that can make circularity a reality. How? Through economically attractive and viable behavior change interventions, and application of BSF at source can definitely encourage people to rethink food waste as a resource. Thank you very much. And I am here for any questions you have.
Thank you so much, Saleha, for your informative presentation and highlighting very important issues towards sustainable waste management.